I'm Stephanie from Women's Choice Reviews, and I'm reviewing the Hamilton Beach Toaster Oven. This toaster oven is the perfect size for small kitchens, and it can be used to toast, broil, and bake. Its dimensions are approximately 9.7 inches high, 16.5 inches wide, and 13 inches deep. It uses 120 volts. Now, before we get into some of the pros and cons of the toaster oven, let's look at the different parts and features of the toaster oven. Inside the toaster oven, we have the oven rack, as well as the baking pan. Underneath, we have the drop-down crumb tray. So you have a little knob down below, you just push it back, and it'll drop down so it's easy cleanup. Then we have, of course, the on indicator light, which is in blue. And we have the temperature control knob. Now the temperature knob has a toasting icon over here, as well as a broil icon, and temperature that goes up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Down below, we have the toast shade selector, which is shown here, these three tiny icons. And then we have a 30-minute timer, so you'll know when it's off when you hear the ring. So when talking about the pros and cons, while it's a very positive thing that it's compact for small kitchens, the downside is that you're limited to how much you can put into the toaster oven. So you can only fit so many pieces of toast, or your personal pan pizza can only be so big. So small portions are kind of the key with this toaster oven. On the flip side, it's great that it doesn't take up much space on your countertop, and it saves energy when it's used in place of your full-size oven. Another great thing is that the toaster oven is really good for basic toasting and baking, so quick things are the name of the game. On the flip side, it does take time to get the hang of, so you'll really need to be patient and get used to the temperature knobs and toasting settings so that the contents, like your toast, cook to your liking. I also suggest taking the time to read the directions carefully. For example, there is a proper way to insert the oven rack when you're baking versus when you're toasting. I strongly advise taking caution to when the toaster oven is on. It gets extremely hot. The sides and the top of it are metal, so when it's on, you do not want to come in contact. Of course, that also means that this should be out of the reach of any small children, and do not place it near any flammable objects. It's not terribly uncommon to have the contents ignite if the toaster gets too hot. So my best advice is to read directions carefully and stay nearby. Of course, one thing that I do love about it is that it does have a manufacturer's 1-year limited warranty, so that's always a plus. So when it comes to your toaster oven, there are so many variations out there, from size to capabilities to features. So the best advice is to first ask yourself what exactly you want to get out of your toaster oven. Then be sure to do your research, compare, and take it from there.